Hello again, this is Roger Ide with my golf tip of the month. This month we're going to be talking about the driver. How to hit your driver. Is there any differences? Well, there are differences. Basically, there's three things that I want to get my students to do. Number one, I want to get them into the right side. I want to make sure that they set up when they're tipping the scales to the right. This is a picture of Ernie Els. Okay, I want him to be over his right foot. So there's a line on the inside. See that line going through his shoulder. Now look at this one with Tiger. Watch Tiger. See how his head's almost touching the inside of his right foot there. So we want to get you with the weight more to the right than to the left. It doesn't have to be a lot, maybe 55-45, something like that. The hands are just inside the thigh, just inside the thigh. See how his hands just inside the left thigh. There's a little bit of an optical illusion here because the ball, he's got the ball, looks like it's back. I really want to play the ball off the left heel. Now, I'm going to take you back on the backswing. Watch this. Second thing I want my students to do is get back into that right side. Look how he's turned to the right. Everything is over the top of that right foot. He has wound into that right side. I mean, that head, the shoulder, everything. He's loaded up. Notice that the knee stays still. That right knee doesn't move. Notice his heel's still on the ground. So he's got a good, solid foundation there. Look at Ernie Els. Look at this turn. Leave that knee stay still. The heel stays on the ground. Notice the head, shoulder over the top of the right foot. Now, we are probably not going to get our hands up this high. It depends on how flexible you are in the shoulder joint. Don't try to force this. I mean, you want to turn to the right as much as you can. You want to try to get your back facing the target. You want to get your weight on the inside of the right foot, but don't force your turn. If you try to go back too far and you're just not that flexible, it isn't going to work. I'm going to back him up a little bit. That's about where I am right there. That's about as far as I could possibly turn. So he can wind it up a little bit more than I can, and so he's more flexible, he's younger, and he hits probably about 500 balls a day more than I do. So that's the way it is. Now the next thing is, the first move is that left hip got to move forward, and the head, look at the head come back. Watch the left hip slide forward a little bit. The head comes forward just back and it moves back. All right, watch Tiger now. Watch him move that left hip into the ball. See the hip clear out of the way. See that head back. Now, where a lot of the pros get a lot of power is this lag. Notice the club head lagging, lagging behind the hands. Look at that lag. Look at the lag. So in other words, there's no early release. And another thing about this, when you're buying a new golf club or getting fit for a new golf club, this position here is a crucial position. Crucial position. Most people release the right hand too soon. The club head is too far forward. Club head is down here. That will affect how the shaft flexes, and that is very important if you want to get fit properly. If you want the proper flex shaft, this release, the release point, is crucial. Otherwise the shaft won't work right for you or to your maximum benefit. Now the hip turns out of the way more. Look at the triangle. Look how straight the arms are. Look at it. Look at how he comes through. Look at that. There's the triangle there. See how straight that arm is? Let's watch Ernie Els now. Look how straight the triangle. See the hips have cleared out of the way. The head is back. Look at the triangle. Head back. Here's the triangle. See how straight this arm is? Watch the right hand. Watch the right hand. How the right hand now releases over. Where and how that right hand releases will dictate how much power is in that shot. You could have a swing going 100 miles an hour for round figures, and if you have an early release, you're going to lose power. You're not going to hit the ball solid. A swing going 90 miles an hour with the proper release, making solid contact with the ball, will hit the ball farther. So how you stay behind the ball and how you release through impact has a ton to do with what type of shaft you should have, and it has a ton to do with how far you will hit that golf ball. But see, the head is back. Look at the triangle. Look at the extension. Just terrific extension. Those guys, you know, it's just a matter of holding on to this, and then here comes the right shoulder. Notice the right shoulder is following. The right shoulder comes under the chin, brings the head up. Here's the right shoulder coming under that chin, bringing the head up. Finish over to the left side. So he was back to the right side on the backswing, back to the left side on the downswing. But stay behind the ball. Get to the right side, stay behind the ball, and hold on to that triangle. Crucial to hitting that T-ball good. Here, back into the right side. Here's Tiger, back into the right side. Get back, stay back. Get back, stay back. Then the right shoulder follows the hip. This is how you get that nice little draw on the ball. The hips clear out of the way, the hand turns over, and then the right shoulder follows the hip. Most people slice their driver. Why? Because the right shoulder goes ahead of the hip. See how they stay behind the ball and then swing through? That gives you a nice little draw. Get a ton of power there. Otherwise, you're going to cut across the ball and hit that big old banana slice, or maybe you'll pull hook it. That isn't any better. So learn to stay behind the ball and turn through it. Again, thank you very much for watching.